Hey guys, welcome back to the Full Show. I am Foolish Phil, and just wanted to do a little video recap of Michigan versus Minnesota. And I wish this game would have started at 7 after Penn State, Ohio State was canceled because of COVID issues in the Penn State program, which it's canceling Michigan versus Penn State on Saturday. Michigan still had to play an 8:30 game versus Minnesota. I mean, personally, I'm an early bird, so I go to bed early, and so I wasn't going to be able to stay up and work the next day well. So, I followed the game, followed up on it this morning. I watched the first half, all that. Pleasantly surprised. Michigan pulled away 82 to 57. And what turned to be a 6-point game at halftime was helped by, I think, a 38 to 6 sprint blitz after the start of the second half. Michigan's defense, again, is such a understated X factor. They really pressure so well and they rotate well. They held Minnesota, obviously, to only 31 points in the second half and only shot 7 of 28 on three-pointers. I mean, just exquisite defense. The one way Michigan's going to lose, I can see it, is just if you're going to have a team that's able to hit their three-pointers. And obviously, Maryland hit their three-pointers in the first half of that game. Minnesota just wasn't able to hit their three-pointers, and Michigan just pulled away. And honestly, if you watch this game a little bit, the build-up by Big Ten Network was the bigs, right? You had 7'2", I think it is, Dickinson versus 7-foot Liam Robbins. And if you watch the first little bit of the game, yeah, it was a good matchup, man. You had Dickinson scored first, nice move, got an offensive rebound, put back. Nice shoulder into Robbins. Then Robbins came back. Nice little spin for a layup. Then Robbins got another three-pointer. So 5 points for Robbins in the first 2 minutes. This is going to be a good battle. And that was it for Robbins. He finished with 5 points. He scored those in the first 2 minutes of the game. After that, he went 0 of 7 from the floor. He finished with 5 points in 24 minutes. Obviously, if you watch the game, Dickinson is just a monster. 12 of 15 shooting, 28 points. 28 points, 8 rebounds. Man, he is good. I love, too, how they have this little triangle offense where, a cutter comes in, curls over. It's almost like a little bit of the triangle offense. And I saw it a time or two yesterday where they dished out to Dickinson for about an 8-foot little jump shot, and he just drains them. Just it looks like it's the most comfortable thing. It's like I don't have to just score layups and dunks. I can shoot this little mid-range jumper. My friends are just emailing me man, I really hope he sticks around all 4 years. If you're following the social media pages like MGO Blog, people are worried that he's going to go pro after 1 year because he's playing so well. I don't know. The one thing people say about the NBA is he's going to have a three-point shot, and he doesn't have that yet. Do I put it past him? No. He seems to be able to do everything he wants. So this is another test. Michigan passed, and they passed with flying colors. You watched the first half, especially like I did, and I was feeling pretty good because Michigan was only able to hit, I think, 3 outside shots. 2 threes, Livers, Franz, and then one other little jump shot by Livers against only, I think, 3 jump shots in the first half, and they still had 32 points. The threes were not dropped in the first half. The second half, they got a few more to drop, but it didn't even matter. Their swarming defense, their 2-point execution is just outstanding. It's so much fun to watch. I was talking to one of my YouTube buddies, Eric Brenner, I think it is, and I'm saying, you got to watch the game. And so he actually did a live video of after this game, so I'll see if he responds, how much he enjoyed the game. I totally enjoyed it. I'm kind of a little bummed that Michigan doesn't play Saturday. They would have played winless Penn State versus undefeated Michigan, but that game got postponed, COVID reasons. So the next game Michigan plays is next Tuesday versus Wisconsin, 7 o'clock. That's going to be a great game. I think Wisconsin's going to be a really tough game for Michigan to win. They have a couple bigs that really shoot the threes. It's going to make Dickinson, stretched out a lot more. So it's going to be interesting to see how Howard tries to balance that, with your swarming defense around the three-point line when you got bigs that can shoot threes. It's going to be interesting to see what Michigan does. Going back to this game, though, Minnesota continued their stretch. They have lost all 3 of their Big Ten games on the road, all 3 by double digits. And Michigan goes into Minnesota a week from Saturday. We'll see how the rematch goes at the Barn. I think it's called in Minnesota, the Barn. Hey, just a couple quick thoughts there. Wagner did good, 12 points. Livers had 14 points. I love, again, Brandon Johns Jr., 7 points off the bench. He went 3 for 3 of shooting. I don't know, Chauncey Brown didn't do much. He had 5 points, 2 of 6 shooting. But you know what? He just plays such good defense. His stats don't always show up in the stat line, so his importance doesn't show up in the stat line. Hey, just a great game. Really happy to see this result. Michigan keeps playing tougher games, and now they get a week to rest up, to prep for Wisconsin, so maybe that will really help. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I appreciate your comments and the new subscribers I get. Always love those too. And until I see you next time, go Blue!